Liqui Moly Junior Cup race number 2. Race action. Revs are up. Clutches are out, and we're going. Liam Grant got a good one. Rocco Landers as well. Look at Lockoff. Falling into the back of Landers. So the number 1 plate leads us down into turn number 2. It can be hectic down here. On the brakes, Lockoff in second spot. Liam Grant in third, with Rocco Landers leading.
Dominic Doyle did not get a good start, and you can see he's off in the dirt. He was trying to ride around the outside of a bunch of guys. He's underneath Cody Wyman, or trying to. There's Kolstedt as well. It looks like Ben Glotty goes under Glotty, but the leader right now, this is not what they want to see. That number 1 plate out front, clear track in front of him. These guys are all messing about with each other, and that gap will start to be created.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you've got to rough up Rocco Landers early.
Liam Grant goes underneath Lockoff as they go into turn 5. Max Toth sitting there right behind those two guys, so he got off the line better, and you can see Dominic now got himself up into that 5th place. So he is going to have to put his head down, charge after these 3, and hope that they don't get too much of a gap there between themselves and Rocco. As you can see, Lockoff already looking to do something with Liam Grant as they go up into the corkscrew. Not quite close enough. Liam Grant shuts the door at the top of the hill.
The old man in this leading group is Sam Lockoff at 18 years old. Your leader's 15, 4th place right now, 14 years old. And it looks like a move being made on Toth.
Dominic Doyle goes underneath Toth, so he's really did not get the jump that he wanted, and he's trying to make quick work of everybody that he's coming through right now to get up to the back of that number 1 plate. But you know, this is the problem. You just can't make any mistakes, and now he's going to have to go through a couple of guys and hope that it doesn't cost him too much time trying to get through both Lockoff and Liam Grant. Lockoff is able to get back past Grant as they come down the front straightaway.
Let's put it this way. Dominic Doyle desperately wants to get up to Rocco Landers, but
he's got a good draft right now. He's got a double draft.
Is he going to get by?
He's going to be able to go by both those guys in one swoop, and that's exactly what he needed in order to not be too impacted by trying to get back up to Rocco. So now we're going to start looking at splits. As you can see, Lockoff is trying already to make a pass back to Dominic Doyle there as they go through here. Now keep in mind also, Dominic Doyle, Rocco Landers, they both fell in turn 6 early this morning. This is the first time they've been back on their motorcycles, and we've seen Rocco's team have to put a bike back together up in Washington as Max Toth looks. Liam Grant goes up underneath Lockoff. Max Toth was thinking about doing the same. He's going to be able to go by Lockoff coming down the hill as they roll down into turn 9.
Same motorcycle you can buy at your dealership. Very light modifications made to these motorcycles to get them to go racing side by side.
Yeah, Lockoff tried to go up underneath, and it's just, there gets to be a point there where you start to get squeezed out. You can either try to stay in the throttle and force the issue, or you just have to roll off a little bit, and that's where Sam was. He was just in that spot, gray area kind of, where you're not quite up along Benjamin Glotty enough for him to know you're there, even if he can feel it. But he had the line, and he was able to do what he needed to do.
So tight in there with that dip.
Look what it did for Ben Glotty, though. It allowed him to get up alongside Toth, and now he's going to, Toth able to outbrake Glotty at the top of the hill.
I thought Toth was going to get greedy there for a second and try to go right up to third of Sam Lockoff hanging back there, and Lockoff benefiting from the battle that's going on because Lockoff doesn't have to.
Ben Glotty's down as they come down through the corkscrew. Lockoff does a nice job of missing it. The bike is going to slide itself off the outside left edge of the racetrack coming down out of the corkscrew. Glotty's up and okay, but he's on the inside of the track.
There'll be yellow flags at the top of the corkscrew to indicate to the riders that there's something down, so they'll be able to have at least the heads up. So, boy, what an incident. And that is something that we've seen time and time again at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca.
Just lost the front and the left at the top. 36.607, 4/10 gained that time for Dominic Doyle as he's trying his best to close down the lead of Rocco Landers. And you can see at the top left part of our screen there, you're going to watch that front end fold on the 72, third bike in your screen. Right as he got to the curbing and the apex there, he just loses the front. That bike's going to pirouette down through the corkscrew, across the green paint there, Greg, and it's going to go all the way across the track. Glotty, it's like he's on a big slide coming down that hill, and runs off to the inside of the track unharmed.
Rocco Landers leads the way at a 136.6. So the fact that we have 5 riders all dipping below the track record is astonishing.
We're going 3 wide up to the corkscrew, and it looks like Liam Grant is going to let the brakes off, and he's, wow, those guys did such a good job of filtering their way through there. But Liam Grant goes the hard way, gets around the outside. He is hungry for this first podium. He's got about 2 1/4 laps, Greg, that he's got to try to figure out a way to fend off Lockoff and Max Toth.
Head towards a checkered flag. There he is. That battle for third rages on behind you, Rocco. The #1 plate grabs another win in Liqui Moly Junior Cup.
And
Dominic Doyle
that
in second.
battle. Lockoff has got it. Liam Grant goes underneath Toth in turn 11. He's going to end up 4th. But Lockoff comes home in 3rd. And here's that other big battle between Jack Roach, Cody Wyman, Dave Kolstad leading the front part of this. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cody Wyman dive bomb.
There
Jack
he goes.
Roach, as does Kolstad. They both get by Jack Roach. Now it's going to be the run to the line. Can this R3 hold off this pack at Ninja 400s?
Westby Racing, number 34, Wyman, looking for riders to go around him. He holds them off for 6th place. Holds off Jack Roach, Kolstad, Blake Davis. Great job. Celebrations now after Rocco Landers says goodbye to Liqui Moly Junior Cup with another #1 plate and 14 race wins in a row. You want to know how Rocco did this year? First 3 races, he finishes 2nd place to Dominic Doyle. You combine all 3 of those margins of victory, it was not even a 1/10 of a second, and then 14 wins. Can't wait to hear from Rocco when we get back to Monterey, California.